current media discussions have formed the basis for the themes presented in this video. Here you can also see graphics created with artificial intelligence techniques. Sharing what we have learned is the driving force of this video. Our greatest hope is that this video finds a meaningful plus for you. Also, this is a speculation about the 2025 Fiat 128. There can be little doubt that a freshly produced Fiat 128 for the 2025 model year will not come to fruition, according to the most rational prediction. The original Fiat 128 was a groundbreaking front-wheel drive vehicle that was very popular in Europe and abroad from 1969 until 1985, when manufacture halted. Although licensed production did continue in some regions for a short while after that, the Fiat 128 has stayed a beloved symbol of automotive history, and neither Fiat nor its parent company Stellantis has made any credible announcements or indications that they intend to bring this model back for modern production. Fiat's recent model introductions and revivals show that the company is shifting its focus to different vehicle segments and reimagining other iconic models from its extensive heritage. This includes the enduringly popular Fiat 500, which has been successfully updated for the modern era, as well as other models. These more modern iterations are not faithful recreations of the Fiat 128 in terms of design ethos or marketing strategy. On top of that, ever since the first Fiat 128 was produced, the automotive industry has changed drastically. It is highly unlikely and, perhaps, commercially unfeasible to bring back the original 128 in its current form due to strict modern safety regulations, ever-increasing emission standards, and customers shifting priorities toward larger vehicles with an array of advanced technological features. Even if it may carry the 128 name, such a complete redesign would probably make a car that is so drastically different from its historical forerunner that it's practically a new model. Considering that there have been no official announcements, reliable industry leaks, or confirmed rumors from respected news sources and analysts about a new Fiat 128 for the 2025 model year, it is safe to say that no such project is in the works at Fiat just now. Consequently, talking about the exact technical specs, expected price, or possible release date of a 2025 Fiat 128 on the market would be based on wild speculation and imaginative thinking, not real, confirmed changes in the car industry. Nevertheless, for the sake of pure speculation in terms of design and marketing, let's say we were to imagine a 2025 version of the Fiat 128 intended for the American market. It would probably look like a small sedan or modern compact hatchback, with an effort to pay homage to the original model's unique character through subtle design cues and styling elements, but it would still adhere to modern design principles, safety standards, and technological expectations. To maximize fuel efficiency and conform to today's strict emission standards, this hypothetical vehicle would likely be powered by a variety of small displacement, highly efficient turbocharged gasoline engines, possibly supplemented with state-of-the-art mild hybrid or even full hybrid powertrain systems. Depending on the precise type and amount of performance modification, the expected power outputs of these hypothetical engine alternatives might range from around 70 to 120 horsepower. The hypothetical 2025 Fiat 128's transmission options would probably include a classic 6-speed manual gearbox for those who like to feel more connected to the car when they drive, as well as a more advanced and user-friendly automatic gearbox, maybe a dual-clutch transmission DCT designed to improve performance and smooth gear changes. This contemporary take on the 128 would likely use the same drivetrain setup as the original, which was revolutionary and largely responsible for popularizing front-wheel drive FWD. This hypothetical 2025 Fiat 128 is expected to have a much more modern interior design and technological appointments compared to its historical predecessor. It will have a modern infotainment system with a touchscreen interface, easy smartphone integration through Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, a digital instrument cluster for a modern and customizable driving experience, and a suite of modern safety features including anti-lock brakes, electronic stability program, multiple airbags strategically placed throughout the cabin to protect occupants, and maybe even some basic to satisfy modern standards for interior cabin space, passenger comfort, and increasingly strict safety regulations. This hypothetical modern version of the Fiat 128 would definitely have to be much larger than the original model. In terms of proportions and size, it would probably be in line with the current B-segment hatchback vehicles that are popular on the international market. Given the hypothetical pricing structure of this updated Fiat 128 for the 2025 model year, it would be positioned as a stylish compact car with a subtle retro-inspired aesthetic, competing in the same market segment as other models. A hypothetical starting price point for entry-level model configurations in the European automotive market could be anywhere from €18,000 to €22,000. Naturally, variants with higher specifications and advanced hybrid powertrain technology would command a higher premium. Of course, regional homologation standards and feature specifications, as well as local market conditions and prevailing import tariffs and taxes, would naturally impact the pricing structure in other global vehicle markets. It would be highly unrealistic and practically impossible to expect a market release of this vehicle in the 2025 model year, considering that neither Fiat nor Stellantis have made any credible indications or official announcements about the development of a new Fiat 128. The whole complex process, including initial design conceptualization and styling, thorough engineering development and refinement, testing and validation procedures, and the establishment of the necessary manufacturing infrastructure and supply chain logistics, would inevitably require a substantial time commitment spanning several years if Fiat were to seriously consider developing and producing such a model for the modern automotive market. That being said, even in the most idealistic and hypothetical of situations, the introduction of a new Fiat 128 to the market is still a long way off, probably not happening until the 2020s. And even then, there's no telling when Fiat's current product strategy and focus on the market will change, so the whole thing is still very uncertain. There is little hope for a Fiat 128 revival for the 2025 model year, according to the most realistic, evidence-based, and logical prediction. Although the original Fiat 128 is still highly regarded by car fans for its iconic status and historical significance, it does not fit in with Fiat's current strategic goals or the products that have been announced. Any discussion about the exact technical specs, expected price, or possible release date of a 2025 Fiat 128 in the market is completely theoretical and based on wild guesses, picturing a contemporary take on a beloved classic car rather than reflecting any official plans for production or ongoing development by Fiat or Stellantis, the parent company. It seems like Fiat is currently planning to shift its attention to different types of vehicles and markets within its present and future product line.